everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island Australia season 6, episode 4 and 5. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. So with episode 4, I am gonna skim through it. I don't think that there was too much information for us to really focus on, but we're going to talk a little bit about it. They play a game where secrets are revealed. Hannah says that she has let a man suck her toes for $100. Indigo has ghosted almost everyone that he has slept with. Zayn has had 55 one-night stands. At least that's the ballpark number he gave. And Dylan would only commit to someone who has 10 or less bodies. Now, this becomes a thing, because the women see it as a double standard, and I do and I don't, but we'll talk about it.
Initially, it would throw me off, honestly. Okay? Listen. Hearing it initially, you're like, oh. Do you know what I mean? That's what I was trying to say.
I thought you were this person. I spoke so highly of you.
But I am that person.
I'm embarrassed.
Understandably. I don't stand by it, and I don't believe it.
So I'll start with the things that I agreed with when Dylan was talking, even though he backtracked on damn near everything. I do agree that when a guy hears a woman having a high body count, it does tend to shake them. Not every guy, but a lot of guys. I think that that is true. I think that a lot of guys would prefer their women have a lower body count. That's just facts, right? However, does it sound hypocritical if you can do whatever you want with your body, but then you have issues with what a woman wants to do with her body? Yeah. It does sound hypocritical for sure. He also says that women are more emotionally invested when they have sex and it's easier for men to detach. So them having a big number is not as concerning. I mean, I hear what he's saying, but I still think that having a lot of sexual partners does affect both sexes in certain ways. I think that it does. I would have a concern if a guy had a huge number, because do you just bang and discard women like nothing? Like, I don't know. It's a problem for me on either side. So with him, I'm assuming he has a high number, definitely higher than 10. It does sound weird if you're like, no, my girl needs to only have 10 or less. Yeah, not a good look. And then Hannah, Hannah was trying to say something, and I'm like, I don't think that it ate the way that you thought it did. She was like, I mean, what girl coming on Love Island isn't like out here in these streets? Like, come on, we're not the girls who are gonna have less than 10 bodies. I was like, oh, okay. I think it would have been better if she said, we live in a society where there's a lot more sexual liberation for women, and we shouldn't be judged for the choices that we have for our bodies. But I'm asking too much from Hannah. I'm realizing that as I say that, that's already asking for too much. But anyways, Dylan realizes that he's in the doghouse, and he's going to try his best to get out of the doghouse going forward. Then they play this game. Well, the guys play a game. They are blindfolded. The women are up on the balcony, and new Bombshell Sophie comes in and kisses all the guys. She whispers to Zayn, "Did you miss me?" He doesn't recall the kiss or the voice, but she decides to take Nico out on a date.
Get fucked.
You got the beautiful eyes, good body.
I like a brunette.
Yeah.
A tall boy.
Not gonna rule anything out.
That would be silly, I think.
Yeah.
Healthy competition.
Yeah, like that's what you gotta do.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Nico on the date was kind of playing into the flirtiness of it all. He did mention Hannah, saying that he's been locked in with her basically since day one. But, you never know what opportunities lie ahead. So he's not going to shut things down with her at all. Back at the villa, Zayn is starting to be concerned, like, wait, is she one of the 50? Wait, because my other ex, she actually has a partner, so it can't be her. And it sounds like he only has the one ex. Everybody else has either just been a situationship or a one-night stand. Crazy times we were living in, honestly. Just wild. So when they come back from the date, he immediately recognizes her. And yes, she's one of the 55.
Hi. Hi. Hey.
Sophie.
Who is she?
Hey guys.
Who?
Was there something there?
No, it was a one-night thing. Hi, Soph.
Yeah, this is
Hi, Zayn.
Wait, guys, how do you explain?
Yeah, things happen.
We've had relations. Do you feel like she's your type, or you just like a...
She's a pretty girl.
Sophie says that she's not here to just beeline to Zayn, but it kind of looks like she is. It kind of looks like she is, okay? Later on, she's having her conversations throughout the villa, and she says that she doesn't like, one, she doesn't like to share, but two, she doesn't like to go for the available guys. So Indigo is trying to pursue her like, hey, I love relationships and I just want to cuddle with somebody and I just want to find my person, whatever. It all sounds great to her, but she wants what she can't have. And right now that's Nico and that's Zayn. I personally feel like she's leaning more on Zayn, but we'll see. All the while, Nico is still gushing over Sophie, and he's not realizing that he still has to manage his connection with Hannah. But because of how Hannah has been acting all through the evening, he might not even want to patch things up with her.
Oh, you already know where I'm from?
Yeah.
And who I'm coupled up with?
I'll call it out.
Like, I think that bothers me.
It bothers me.
What's my reaction?
Like, oh, fuck, man. You don't have to be rude to the girls that pull me aside.
But yeah, I was
like,
nice to her, I talked to her, didn't I?
I understand that, but it's like just time and place sort of thing.
That wasn't my intention.
I did not expect Nico to call Hannah out on her behavior. That was a shock to me. Definitely earned a point in my book. I said, oh, okay, so there's some sense. There's some sense in that head, mister. All right, okay, I did like that. It's Love Island. He's open to explore things, but the way he handles it will determine how Hannah handles things. I'm still confused at their connection. I do feel like he's just a puppy dog chasing after her. Well, before episode 4, and she just likes the attention. But it seems like she's actually hurt by the fact that Nico is interested in somebody else. So Nico has to play it right, or else he gives Hannah the opportunity to do the same thing that he is doing to her, if he doesn't handle it correctly, right? Then we have Xanthi. Xanthi is also stressing. She's like, well, you've known this girl for 2 years. I've only known you for 2 days. How do I compare?
Freaking out.
Yeah. I'm just more
I'm still happy how I am. Like, we've never actually taken anything to a different level.
Poor Xanthi. Xanthi is with a nonchalant guy. Very chill, very go with the flow guy. And she's quite chalant. She's very chalant. So she's either got to get with the program and realize that her guy just really doesn't take too many things too seriously. He's just here for vibes. Or she needs to keep her options open when somebody new comes in. And she already said, like, I fall hard. Like, when I like somebody, that's all I can focus on. Girl, Zayn is not the one to focus on. He really isn't. Alicia, she also has the same thing. It's these 3 girls, Hannah, Alicia, and Xanthi. They're all just as insecure and they all claim to be girls and whatnot. They're going to be like the mean girls of these 2 episodes. So Alicia is stressing because M is in the picture. She just learned that Taylor is keeping the door open with her. And now Sophie's in here. She's trying not to be jealous, but she's obviously jealous.
That girl, I think she's gonna get to know all the boys. You're a catch, and I feel like... Oh my God, hey.
Scared the shit out of me.
Wanna go for a chat?
Can do. You take me.
Oh.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
No, you do. You gotta do it. But I think that's fake because she said she doesn't like him. Being fake as fuck. Shush. Being dead ass fake as fuck. Uh-oh. Babe, if you want to choose her over me, do... All right, go on. Do it.
I do think that Taylor is misleading when he talks to everybody, honestly, about M. Because he'll be like, oh yeah, the ball is in her court. I mean, I'm letting her pursue me. But you want to pursue her. And so the ball is also in your court. You're giving her the green light to pursue you. And you also don't want to look like the bad guy. So you would rather she come to you than you go to her, knowing that you want to go to her. Especially with the way that Alicia's been acting lately. He doesn't like this mean girl personality coming from her. And he relates more with M because she's down to earth. Now, and as much as I do think that he's free to explore, it is a little bit misleading the way that he's talking about his connection with M. But then also, Alicia's a little bit misleading because she isn't explicitly saying, hey, I am frustrated by the way you're going about this. I want it. I want more transparency from you. But she's not saying that. So he's kind of free to do whatever he wants, right? Throughout the evening, Elisha is just bad-mouthing M all night long. She's a snake, she's fake, she's this, she's that, whatever. And I think it was Mimi and Dylan who were trying to get her to like have a conversation with M. She didn't want to at first, but eventually she talks to M.
It's a bit fake, like a little bit. I said, yeah, I don't like it, but you guys are cute. And then I see you guys like talking to him like, what?
I don't think I said I didn't like him. I've said multiple times that he's like the only person here right now that I see like a romantic connection with.
Now she's like, oh my God, like I really like it. Bitch, what the fuck? This girl's absolutely talking fucking rubbish.
I don't remember M explicitly telling anybody that she had shut the door with Taylor. I think the door had remained cracked from the time that he came in. Like, yeah, and he had to pick. If M was picking, I think she would have chosen Taylor if Taylor wasn't picked before she got the chance to. So she never really shut that door completely, right? She could have spoken to Elisha earlier saying, hey, just to let you know, I'm still interested in him and we have been talking here and there. Like, she could have done that. But with how unlikable Elisha's coming across, who cares? Who cares? Elisha, mean girl. And they try to hide behind this, well, I'm just a girl's girl. And you have to watch out for the girls who connect with guys. Like, you also have to watch out for the girls who claim to be girls, but all they do is bitch about other girls. So the next morning, Sophie gets a text that she gets to date all the other guys since she's already gotten to know Nico. And by the end of the night, she's going to recouple with somebody. So she gets to pick a wing woman. She picks M to go on a group date with her. And then she does little speed dates with all the guys.
Enes bonita. Do you know what that means?
No, tell me.
That means you're beautiful.
Oh.
You definitely caught my eye as soon as your tongue entered my mouth.
Family is just so big,
Yeah,
so I'm happy to hear that.
same.
So I made one promise to Mimi, so I don't want to go against what I said because that's just giving off bad vibes.
Fair enough.
And,
Okay. Obviously, we've had some history. How would you feel if I were to pick you? Would you consider, you know, being open to something romantic with me?
Yeah, I'm open.
Okay.
From these dates, I can definitely see why Indigo gets stuck in the friend zone. He's giving moist. Like, he's just there. He sounds so agreeable too. Like, oh, I want a relationship. Oh, you like that? I like that too. You want that? Oh, I want that too. Like, sir, I don't know. He's just not really giving. Dylan, out the gate, he says, I like Mimi. I like where things are going. He did express interest in Sophie, in my opinion, but he did say that right now his mission is to be on good terms with Mimi. He likes where things are going and he doesn't want to jeopardize that. So good on him for shutting things down immediately. Then we have Zayn. He says that he is keen on exploring things romantically with Sophie. Now, I don't know if I fully believe that, especially because they've already been there and he didn't want to explore it on the outside. They had last seen each other 2 months ago. If he wanted to, he would have, you know? And I would be concerned being Sophie. I mean, she also seems to be unserious, so fine. Maybe she's cool with it. But learning how he just dines and dashes, and I don't mean food, I wouldn't want to explore things with someone like Zayn. He will just discard you like nothing and feel no way about it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Zayn is not it. Back at the villa, Elisha is talking to Mimi and she says that she has a rough past when it comes to men and clearly she's jaded by it.
We definitely have sexual tension for sure. I think she's just a very good talker. So my trust issues was just fucking crazy and it's just always been like that now.
You're very, like, reactive.
No, I have, babe. I've dated psychos and now I'm a bit of a psycho. Okay. And I have told him that too. No, we're not going to be psycho tonight. We're not. We're going to be really chilled and collective.
Do you reckon you and Taylor actually have things in common?
Yeah.
Oh, Elisha girl, you have no business being in a relationship right now. No business at all. Like, I would say if she was capable of just having fun, just seeing Love Island as like a summer vacation, I'm just here to get a bag, I'm here to become an influencer, like, cool. But with how fast she's starting to spiral regarding Taylor, I don't think she's capable of that. And she said, like, I'm crazy. I will go crazy. And she's already showing signs of going crazy. It's only been like a day and some of being coupled up with him. babe, you need to chill. Like, I don't know. And it's so funny how the girls who are spiraling, they think that they are losing their guys to other women when it's their behavior that is off-putting. Like, who wants to deal with a girl who's a mean girl, who's constantly crashing out, who is already assuming the worst because of her past? And so, like, who's trying to deal with that? Nobody. Then you have Mimi who asks her, like, well, do you guys have things in common? And she's like, I mean, yeah. Girl, you can't even come up with stuff? I can come up with stuff, which is funny because I actually do think that Aisha is a good fit for Taylor on paper. But at this point, it seems like she just wants to beat M instead of wanting to connect with Taylor. And it's like, girl, you're going to lose him because you're not actually trying to connect with him. So speaking of beating M clearly has the upper hand at this point because she is handling this cool as a cucumber. And while she's on the group date, she takes some time to have a one-on-one conversation with Taylor.
Cheers to having a little alone time.
Cute.
What do you think is going through the minds of like Aisha and...
Her behaviour has just come from a place of being threatened.
Yeah, of course. So, but yeah, I think like obviously I want to spend a bit more time with you.
Who does Taylor actually like more, me or Em? Who does he, like the chats he finds more entertaining?
I genuinely don't know. I actually don't know. I don't ask the questions like, oh, who would you prefer?
I feel like it's just so stressful because I never really had to fight for a guy.
It's interesting how both M and Aisha say that they're confused how Taylor could be into both of them because they're just so different. I think that different people bring out different sides of you. So you could be attracted to people who have such different personalities. If I was to pick on personality alone, I think that M is the better pick. Which is so crazy for me to say because I did not like her that first episode or the second episode. She was so annoying. But her annoying characteristics pale in comparison to Aisha and them other girls. Like, oh my gosh. I would not want to have to live in a house with Aisha. I would rather live with M. I really would. So with Taylor, he did say, you know, he wants to settle down eventually. He doesn't want to have kids, get married and stuff. And M is not on that type of time, but they're on Love Island. And Taylor did say, number one, people can change. Don't go into relationships thinking people can change. That is dangerous. But he also did say, it's not like I'm trying to get married next week anyway. So let me just have fun. If you're here to just have fun, then M is your girl. When the people on the dates return to the villa, there is a very clear divide between the women. It's the mean girls, Xanthi, Aisha, and what's her face now? Hannah. And then the other girls, the girls who hang out with guys, I guess. M, Mimi, and Sophie.
Yeah, I know.
All day.
I know.
What did you guys...
Hello, it was good. Oh my God. Hurry up.
Okay, pretty much into you.
Yeah, she's like, where's Mimi? Is that what she said?
But she's one of the boys, and it's one of the boys, so she has no loyalty to us.
So because Sophie is going to be recoupling, one of the girls is going to go, and I hope it's one of the mean girls. I hope it's Aisha. I would hope it would be Hannah, but obviously it's not going to be Hannah at this point. It's just one of them got to go. They are so insufferable. I could not imagine living in a house with them, having to deal with them 24/7. Oh my gosh. And to be a guy, who would want to pursue that? I'm sorry. Like, beauty only gets you so far. You have to have a good personality as well, or at least a personality that matches the person who you're trying to hang out with. And these girls have just been like, not it at all. Sophie, I think Sophie could fall into the same category as those mean girls, but because she's going for those girls' men, she finds herself with the Mimis and the M's, you know? So it'll be interesting to see the fallout between these girls. I've never seen such a clear divide in a villa before. I feel like sparks are gonna fly. Definitely sparks are gonna fly. Ideally, I would like Sophie to pick Taylor so that Aisha could go. But Sophie's also making friends now with M. So that might be a conflict of interest. Maybe she'll pick Zayn. Oh, Xanthi. I'm not mad at Xanthi. I think that Xanthi is very impressionable. She's the youngest girl there. But I'd like her. I'm not mad at her. Yeah, we'll see. You guys let me know who you think's gonna go home. Let me know how you feel about the girls being so divided. To me, this is new. I haven't watched a season where there's been such animosity between the women and there's like a line straight down the middle. This is so intriguing to me. So you guys let me know your thoughts on episode 4 and 5. And as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.